everybody.
Good
It's
morning. And it's Tim, episode number
Joy.
3
Number 3.
of Your AI Brew. We started out with talking about
Organic content.
organic content,
What that means.
what that means. And then next week, we narrowed it down a little more to cohorts.
Cohorts of who you want to talk to.
And then we talked about last week, we kind of ended it on what segmentation is. So I think it'd be good for us, especially folks who are new to the marketing game, unlike Joy, who don't know what segments are. So describe what a segment is for me, Joy, please.
Well, one of the things that we've been working on the content that we're developing is identifying our cohorts, which are people within a certain industry. So if we talk about mortgage brokers, are they a new home buyer? Are they a veteran that gets benefits from getting a mortgage? Are they a woman who is getting a divorce and she needs to buy a new home? So those are kind of the cohorts within the industry of mortgages, getting a mortgage. Segmenting those cohorts is another step to personalize your content. So I would say, Gary Vee would say in his new book, Day Trading Attention, segments are based on platforms that people are consuming. So spend some time, and this is why AI can help, is let's say you're a new home buyer. You can put that prompt into ChatGPT and say, I have a new home buyer. It's a couple. They're 32 years old. They live in Colorado Springs. Can you give me the platform that they spend the most time on, the best time to post, the type of content or the bullet points that I should be hitting? So I'm segmenting my audience to say where they live, what age they are, what gender they are, what they're doing. So you're segmenting your audience so you can make your content personal. An individual.
And that's where right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, why Facebook and even LinkedIn and Instagram are so powerful right now, correct?
Well, you know, I got this book, Day Trading Attention. Gary talked about it months before it came out. I got me a copy. I read it on vacation. I bought you a copy, but it's a lot of work. So I said, the only way you can accomplish what you want to accomplish in your social media strategy is to layer in AI. So yes, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, great platforms to get your message out, but how you can do it in a time manageable way is to leverage AI in it.
Yep.
So in your prompt, if you put, I want to reach my audience through Facebook, or I want to reach my audience through Instagram, and put in, I want to add hashtags, add emojis, make it engaging, make it edutainment, then you're reaching the audience that you want to reach in a time sensitive way.
And you use ChatGPT more than I do. I'm more of a Claude guy.
Right.
You're more of a ChatGPT guy. Explain, because I think what you do is a lot better job than I do. How much fun and how easy it is now to use the memory function with ChatGPT.
Well, that was really a game changer, and I'm surprised that they don't promote it more. But for me, when I create content for a client, I go back in my prompt because I don't remember what I've created or what I haven't created. So I asked ChatGPT to review the conversations that I had for this particular client, and let's just say a mortgage broker. It doesn't matter. Go back and look at the conversations I had about creating content for the mortgage industry. Create me an outline of the topics that I've created. And then after reviewing it, create an outline for me of the topics I haven't created any content.
Yeah.
That's done in seconds instead of minutes. So I can pick up where I left off. So I have a continuum of content that's followed a sequence, and I'm not all over the place.
Right. It's kind of like, for lack of a better term, a stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Because, because and it can remembers and the best part is it doesn't get messed up with you're not I don't commingling, let's say, real estate with virtual assistants with plumbing. It's all one stream of consciousness under one topic. So that even makes it more powerful, I think.
Well, and the thing is too, when it does that, it says memory updated. So I know it's just updating what I've asked it to do each and every time. And that's so important. That is such a huge time saver because I don't have to go back and look and say, try to find the conversation that I had with ChatGPT on the content. I don't have to like read through. It can find it, review it, and give me an answer. That's 3 steps. That's what we call efficiency and productivity.
Yep. And that's where the sweet spot is right now is efficiency and productivity. Because everybody knows we're all too busy right now to try to wear a multiple amount of hats. And you have to anyway. But to take one of those hats off and hand it off to AI, that's a huge savings.
Well, and that's one of the things we wanted to do with AI Brew to Go is to be able to incorporate AI into your daily function. And we all know that one of the things that gets left off the list is your social media content. I mean, you're running a business, you have 12 things to do, and I'll post tomorrow. I'll post tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll post tomorrow. Well, the steps and hints we want to give you is how to have a content strategy quickly, easily leveraging AI.
That reminds me so much of there is a seafood restaurant that advertises free beer tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes.
So that's why we want to talk about personalization too, because that's kind of the sweet spot of you just don't want to put out general. You want to target your audience. You want to address them individually with your content and your images so you can draw them in to your sphere of influence, because making it personal to the person really is a marketing hack that a lot of people don't do. And did I mention social media was free?
And it's free. And the other thing we have to remember is nobody goes to commercial television anymore.
Oh, that's true.
I think I can count on my hands the only times I have gone to real live TV was to watch a sporting event.
Well, and I don't even do that anymore because and this is funny, when we were with Comcast, they didn't have the Big Ten channel. Yeah. And if you know me at all, I'm a Spartan fan. So that's how I got started on YouTube, is because it had the Big Ten channel. And it was a big discussion in our house because, we didn't want to give up Comcast, blah, 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 because of this, that, or the other reason. And I said, and so we kept both. We kept YouTube streaming and Comcast until, I'm not going to mention any names, could manage YouTube TV. So now I pay less. I get the Big Ten channel.
Yeah.
But everybody's over online streaming now. I mean, really, it is.
And that's, Gary Vee points that out, that for our grandparents' generation, it was billboards. And then it became yellow page ads.
Right. Those weren't cheap.
Then it became TV commercials and radio commercials.
Right.
So we're in that sweet spot right now as a small business. We're at the sweet spot where social media is probably what our kids' generation will be looking at as a generational change in how people market.
Yes. All right. One of the things we want to do on this podcast too is kind of keep you up to date on what's going on in the world of AI. And that's Tim's focus.
Yeah. And I think the big thing right now is we're hearing a lot about it, about deep fakes. Let's talk a bit about how you can know if it's a deep fake or if it's real. The first thing I look at, to be honest, is if I look at a video and I see a lot of signs in the crowd or people wearing t-shirts in the crowd and things are misspelled, that's probably a deep fake. So if you see like vote for Tim and vote is spelled VOOTE, probably a deep fake. The second thing I look at is if the words and the mouth are not quite syncing up, it's probably a deep fake, because they're gathering video from one thing and audio from another and manipulating it. The third thing is look at their hands. If you see 3 fingers, 4 fingers, no thumb, things like that, 6 fingers, exactly, it's probably a deep fake. So just, the bottom line is go with your gut. If you feel it doesn't sound like the person you're following, political, sports, whatever, it's, do some research and see if that was really said. And that's our advice. Just always, AI is a great tool. And I think we both want to emphasize this. AI is always a tool.
Yep.
It's not the end all be all.
Well, and people, probably to wrap this up, the last thing we want to do is really bring about the positive aspects of AI.
Yep.
I mean, we are showered with information about all the horrible things about AI. And we want to bring out all the great things about AI
Yes.
that can help you in your business. It's not just social media, it's in everything. But here we focus on the marketing, because a lot of people, we hear this all the time, they hate social media,
Yep.
they hate marketing, they don't know anything about it. So we've kind of niched down for this podcast about just talking about AI and marketing. But we also want to say there's some great things about AI. Don't just say, I'm not going to do that because there's so much negativity around it. It's here, it's staying here. And to use this tool to your benefit to make more money for your business is a great thing.
Yep. I think that's a great way to end. So this has been Tim.
And Joy.
We'll see you next week for episode number 4.
Number 4.
Have a good week.